Good Will Hunting stars Matt Damon, Robin Williams, Ben Affleck, Minnie Driver and Casey Affleck, and is directed by Gus Van Sant. Damon plays Will Hunting, a young bloke who has a tremendous gift for mathematics but who also has a bit of a reckless and rebellious streak. He works as a janitor and he needs some direction in life. His group of friends, including the Affleck brothers, are sort of a group of thugs, for lack of a better word.
You're a first-year grad student. You just got finished reading some Marxian historian, Pete Garrison probably. You're gonna be convinced of that till next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're gonna be talking about how the economies of Virginia and Pennsylvania were entrepreneurial and capitalist way back in 1740. That's gonna last until next year. You're gonna be in here regurgitating Gordon Wood, talking about, you know, the pre-revolutionary utopia and the capital-forming effects of military mobilization.
As a matter of fact, I won't, because Wood drastically underestimates the impact of social...
Wood drastically underestimates the impact of social distinctions predicated upon wealth, especially inherited wealth. You got that from Vickers. Work in Essex County, page 98, right? Yeah, I read that too. Were you going to plagiarize the whole thing for us? Do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter? Or is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage, and then pretend you pawn it off as your own idea just to impress some girls? Embarrass my friend? See, the sad thing about a guy like you is in 50 years, you're gonna start doing some thinking on your own, and you're gonna come up with the fact that there are two certainties in life. One, don't do that. And two, you dropped 150 grand on a fucking education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library.
Yeah, but I will have a degree. And you'll be serving my kids fries at a drive-thru on our way to a skiing trip.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but at least I won't be unoriginal.
When counselling doesn't really work for him, he's appointed to a very clever psychologist, played by Williams, and he also sparks up a romance with Minnie Driver.
You work out, huh?
What, you lift?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nautilus?
No, free weights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Free weights, huh?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah?
Just like that.
What do you bench?
285. What do you bench?
You paint that?
Yeah. You paint?
Mm-mm.
Do you sculpt?
No.
You like art? You like music?
It's a real piece of shit.
Oh, well, tell me what you really think.
Just the linear and impressionistic mix makes a very muddled composition. It's also a Winslow Homer ripoff, except you got Whitey rowing the boat there.
Oh, that's art one, eh? It wasn't very good.
That's not really what concerns me, though.
What concerns you?
Just the coloring.
You know what the real bitch of it is? It's paint by number.
Is it color by number? Because the colors are fascinating to me.
Are they really? What about that?
I think you're about one step away from cutting your fucking ear off.
Now, I had heard great things about this film. It sounded like something I could really relate to, and I did have huge hopes. I ended up really liking it, but not quite loving it, which I wanted to. Van Sant is a great director, though some of his much more arty films can be hard to sit through. Last Days comes to mind, a film about a guy who sort of wants to be Kurt Cobain, or wants to live exactly like Kurt Cobain or something. Elephant is another one. I could sit through that. It was pretty good. It's about a sort of brutal high school shooting, and there's a lot of really long, slow, third-person tracking shots as students and teachers, I think, sort of walk around the school. It's very bizarre. His other film that I've seen is Milk, about the gay politician Harvey Milk with Sean Penn, which is fantastic. Good Will Hunting is sort of on the same page, or more on the same page as Milk, in that it's not ridiculously arty and experimental, which works for the film. I'm all for art films. I actually love Lars von Trier films, but sometimes art films can be a little hard to get through. The film's 150 minutes long, which I think is too long for this sort of film. It would have been more suited for 110, 120. What stands out the most in positive light is the screenplay, written by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. It is incredibly clever and thought-provoking, and yeah, they must be such good writers to come up with that. And this was in 1997, so they couldn't have even been out of their 20s when they wrote it. Following their success, they're both producing a TV documentary called Project Greenlight, which is all about filmmaking. I can't really think of anything more to add to Good Will Hunting. Yeah, the screenplay is phenomenal, the performances are tops, as is the direction. This is a very iconic role for the late and forever great Robin Williams. Yeah, he just adds such an engaging charisma to the screen. The film Scent of a Woman covers kind of similar territory, and I think that is, for me, the slightly superior film to Good Will Hunting, but Good Will Hunting is, in every way, definitely worth checking out. As always guys, feel free to subscribe to this here channel to hear my thoughts on a nice wide variety of different films, and comment below, let me know absolutely anything you want, and yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you later.